What perfectly innocent search turned out to be porn? Wasteland was a popular airsoft gear website in Norway back in my young days, and you would write wasteland. No, wasteland.com is something completely different. And I would often write .com out of habit on my mother's laptop. Lol. Spoiler for the curious, it's BDSM. Hey, spoiler tag, damn it, you're ruining the surprise. When I was younger and too dumb to remember to bookmark sites, I would just go to them by searching them or typing the domain name in the address bar. One time, I tried going to GameFAQs, and missed a letter. Which was how I learned that GameFAQs was a porn site. Before search engines, it was a thing for porn sites, betting and scam sites to buy domains for misspelled and similar names to popular websites. Great way to target kids making typos. What a market. Not a fully innocent search, but back in about 2004 my colleague was trying to convince me that Snoop Dogg did a porn film. This was before Google really censored and filtered searches, and when he googled Snoop Doggy dog porn apostrophe ... well, Google focused on the dog porn aspect of the search. A coworker was trying to describe this dog she saw to my dad. She googled big black effing dog on the work computer. Yeah? Good way to find the dog you saw. Why was the effing needed laughing my butt off? Because she was searching the same way she talked. She started as an ironworker/pipe fitter before she changed career paths, haha. So you're saying she knew how to lay pipe? He did produce one, he does not act in it. Blueberry cream pie. I was like 35 before I knew cream pie had dirty connotations. This sounds like one of those things that I would think about late at night staring at the ceiling preventing me from falling asleep. How many people have I told that I can't get enough cream pies? Told parents about how much I want them to give me a cream pie. I loudly shouted that I was a cream pie master in a room full of my friends. I had just mastered the cream pie weapon in Castlevania. Blonde cowgirl. I was looking for character art for a Western TTRPG. I face-palmed pretty hard. Based on your username, you weren't too upset. Could be its origin story. I teach ESL, and when a student asks me what X word means, I sometimes use Google Images to show them, as opposed to just looking up the word. It helps them remember. I got asked what the word string meant by a class of 5th grade boys, and it seemed like an innocent enough word. The image result showed girls in string bikinis. It wasn't porn, but it was a bit racy for kids that aged and at that time of day and in that setting. I don't use Google Images for kids anymore. In Spanish, the word for dental floss can also be used as a slang for string bikini. I had the same experience as you did searching for dental floss and how to use it. Kind of like how a thong, at least in the US, is not a type of shoe. I think Australia is the only place where it refers to a shoe. This made me think of something that has probably happened to anyone learning the C programming language. I made the mistake of looking up C strings, and instead of programming help you find the world's least comfortable looking clip-on bikini bottoms. Not really porn, but you'll look like the creepy person in the library leering at scantily clad ladies. School project when I was younger, had to do a PowerPoint on the seasons, so I typed in hot to Google Images. I learned a lot that day. Little Billy didn't want to work on seasons anymore. That was the day Little Billy became Billy. Became William. Became Big Willie? When my family first got the internet like 20 years ago now, I remember we were just having fun looking stuff up, and my little brother wanted to look up his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys and see what other ones they had. That seemed pretty simple to me, so I figured we'll just look up the company that made them and go from there. The company that made them was called Playmates. When we first got the internet, my brother literally looked up stuff on a search engine and it was all porn. I think everything was porn back in the mid-90s. I first got introduced to the Wild Woolly Web in 1994. Previously, I'd merely messed around with friends' AOL trivia and game rooms, but that was it. When I married my sweetie, he worked at a major university and had access to everything. I quickly discovered that it was easier to stumble onto porn sites than to find what you actually wanted. I remember the computer labs in my dorm in '94, which were on DOS, though you could start Windows 3.1 with the Start menu. People would leave porn pics on the hard drive. There were 3 computers, and 2 of them had Hercules monitors. If you're younger than Gen X, these are monochrome, usually amber, but capable of higher resolution than the color graphics cards of the time. Some people preferred them for gaming, because the better images outweighed the loss of color. Anyway, you could see high-res porn pictures in shades of orange as long as they were in GIF or this crazy JPEG format none of us had seen before. I fully expected a Rickroll. I fully expected porn. Showing my age, but whitehouse.com used to be porn. Found out when I was in Catholic school on the one computer in the library that had internet. I got in so much trouble at first, then everyone was really nice to me because they saw the simple mistake. It was a whirlwind of emotions. Like the school called my parents to tell them I got in trouble for looking at porn. This was before people generally had cell phones. So my dad was called at work, left work, but was pissed. Drove 40 minutes effing pissed at me. In the meantime they figured out it was an honest accident. I still remember the daggers my dad was staring at me when he walked in. The principal pulled him aside and told him the situation. Best part was apparently to check to see if I was telling the truth or not. The principal and librarian took a blanket and made like a privacy fort over the computer. Both of them got under it and essentially looked at porn to confirm I was innocent. Oh, a girl in my class did this, in college. She was, of course, so shocked she called the entire class's attention to it, lol. Showing some age too, but Dix.com wasn't always Dick's Sporting Goods. Made the mistake only once. Meanwhile I'm surprised it's not still porn. Seriously, who types that in blind and expects a sporting goods store? 30k employees and 9 billion revenue a year, I would fully expect them to purchase the domain. Reminds me of Nintendo owning the rights to Super Hornio Brothers. Which means that Super Hornio Brothers is canon. Can't wait to play as Ron Jeremy in the next Smash. I love the image of these 2 grown adults making a blanket fort to look at porn just to check if they were telling the truth. Plot twist, they were under that blanket for about 45 minutes. We need to check for maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. Got to be certain. This was a running joke at our school for a while. Everyone knew it was porn, but people would pull it up in the library while trying to do research. This was the early days of internet at school, so it took them a while to figure out how to lock it down. I remember there was a sign that specifically said the official White House website was a not.com web link. This was at my school too. I don't know if a kid in my grade found out about it on accident or if they heard about it from previous generations of 6th graders, but it spread like wildfire that whitehouse.com was a dirty website, so you had to use Gov. Of course, the first thing I did when I got home was go see what was on the .com website when my parents were out of the room. I can still remember the star-shaped censor boxes they had to cover all the bits and bobs. A lot of people have had incidents with whitehouse.com, it seems. My fellow Americans. Full cavity searches all around. Don't stop till you hit the back of their teeth. Step into the oral office, my girl. It's an older site, but it checks out. Also NASA.com. National Anal Sex Association. Home of the astronaut. Back in the late 90s, I was giving a talk on the internet and dial-up tech to a few hundred people, and as a demo wanted to show whitehouse.gov, but by habit of typing .com after everything, went to the .com site, which ended up on a huge screen while I was facing the crowd, talking, waiting for the site to load on dial-up. Oh no. Another person had this exact same incident when typing up the same website in primary school while looking for the pet of a president or something like that. Thankfully, you can recover in this situation and use it as a lesson about some risks and to always check where you're going before you hit enter. Whitehouse.com got me in trouble in middle school whilst researching the president's cat's name for a school project in the computer lab at school. With sound on lol. Whitehouse.com kid here, too. School library. Very unfortunate. Clearly parental controls weren't a thing in our day lol. I think they were more based on keywords like sex or 30. I can see how Whitehouse.com could slip through. As fans of English football team Spagenahorp United found out. Early keyword-based parental filters blocked anything to do with Spagenahorp due to the swear word hidden in its name. Thor can get pretty damn dirty, they made the right call. I remember accidentally discovering that website too. Thankfully I made that mistake in the privacy of my own room. Unfortunately, I do remember one class period where a girl was asked to look something up on the teacher's computer while the teacher was doing something else and she accidentally went to whitehouse.com. She was so embarrassed that she cried. Didn't get in trouble, the teacher basically just sighed and went to correct site. I, too, am old enough to remember whitehouse.com. I was a little young to realize I needed to specify sporting goods after Dick's. Did you know that the Dick's in New York is the biggest one in the world? No, it's the one right outside Chicago, I'm telling you. Let's just look it up. Google's biggest Dick's in the world. Opens the front camera. I wish I had a wholesome award to give you. I worked at a 2-story Dick's Sporting Goods and I wish I got paid every time a customer said that joke to me. Honestly, I wish I just got paid there. Big 5/Dick's deal, 8-ball play, long shafts, never been touched, great party package. Virgin, was booking a flight. 2 hours later I still hadn't booked a flight. This is even funnier that you comment this 8 minutes later. Well, I thought I'd better tell the whole story rather than leaving you all hanging. You did right. Not many users know how to tell a good story with proper pacing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.